Bring your palms together in a prayer at your heart. Take a deep breath in as you exhale. Really let your bones settle and your mind quiet. And try to let go of expectations for the practice. Just enjoy moving your body. From there, bring your palms to your knees and begin to circle your spine around, first in one direction, as if you're stirring a big giant pot. We call these Sufi circles, or like the Sufi mystics, the ancient whirling dervishes who would spin to try to remember, to try to come in contact with that which is unmoving, the still center point. Come to an organic stop and then change direction. Circle the spine around the other way, moving the torso all the way in a big giant circle. The head can even rock around with the movement too if you like. You can go as fast or as slow as you like here. Eventually you'll begin to slow it down until you come to a stop. And when you settle with a tall spine, reach your left arm up to the sky. Lean back just a little bit, open the heart, and then drop both palms to your knees. Rock back towards your low back, drop your chin in, and round yourself. And then right arm reaches up, so the heart opens, front body opens. Palms to the thighs, rock back towards the sacrum, and open the back of the body. Left arm opens up and back. Palms to the knees, chin drops, and you round and lean back. Right arm sweeps up to the sky, any amount, a little or a lot. Palms to the knees, drop in and roll towards the lower back. Couple more times, left arm up and opening like great big wings. Drop in, rounding, and right arm reaches up. Palms to the knees, round your back, drop in. Now take your feet to the floor. Hold your shins and your hands or opposite forearms. Drop your head for a moment. And as you come up, we're going to open into Navasana, boat pose. You can hold behind your thighs and float your feet up off the ground an inch or two. And then if you feel comfortable, you can lift the feet higher until they're parallel with the ground, or even more than that. Arms can reach straight ahead, and maybe the legs will even straighten. Try to keep your spine very straight by opening wide across the collarbones, moving the back body in towards the front. And then drop your feet to the ground, hip width apart, palms behind you, fingers point towards the hips. Raise your pelvis, lift your belly, open your heart, and if you're comfortable, the head can fall back. Maybe a big exhale empties out through the mouth. And then carefully and slowly lowering your hips back to the floor to swing your legs behind you, coming to your palms and your feet for downward facing dog. Lift your hips up, curl the toes under. So you look like an upside down V or a peak of a mountain. If you feel like your spine is rounding, like your upper back is rounding, then bend your knees enough to get your back nice and flat. Press your chest towards your thighs. Eventually you can work on straightening the legs, but it's more important that the back be nice and long and straight here than that the legs be straight. And if your heels don't come all the way to the earth here, don't worry about that either. That's not a requirement for this pose. Settling in, spreading your palms into the earth, deepening your breath, letting go of thought, and just enjoying this movement as you raise the right leg now up to the sky behind you. Put a bend in that knee that's in the air and make some big circles with the knee. You can move in any direction like you're stirring a big pot again, this time in the sky. You can stack the right hip over the left, that right foot just dripping behind your back. And then carefully and slowly step the right foot up between your hands. You can always catch it with your right hand and help it up between the hands at the top of the mat. And then once you get there, raise your right arm to the sky and take a twist. Try to lift your left hip away from the earth. Plug your right big toe down into the ground. And twist from your belly button up through the spine, out through the head. Drop your right hand down, framing the foot again. Step back, downward facing dog. No hurry, allow yourself to land. From down dog, you'll roll forward into plank, the top of a push-up. And we'll drop to the knees for this first one, knees down, and then the upper body straight as you bend the elbows back and lower all the way to the ground. Palms beside your chest, press the tops of the feet down and raise your heart in a cobra. And then child's pose. Press your seat to your heels, arms long in front of you, like a tiny little seed. Come on up to hands and knees. Curl the toes. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Raise your left leg this time up and back behind you. Once it reaches the sky, you can bend the knee and begin making those big circles with the knee, just waking up the hip joint. You can even roll the ankle and the toes around. Nothing is unimportant here. Stack the hips, open them up in a little twist, and then left foot comes all the way up between the hands. Raise the left arm to the sky. Turn your heart towards the side and twist. Twists, just like those circles we did in the beginning, are a nice way to point yourself back to what's unchanging, the eye of the storm. Drop the hands, step back, down dog, and then roll forward to plank pose. You can drop to the knees or come down in one straight line this time, landing on your belly. Palms beside your chest, raise the heart, cobra. Child's pose, fold back. And from the child's pose, just roll yourself up to sit on your shins, bringing the palms together at the heart in gratitude. Namaste.